Hi everyone, my name is Neil Nelson. I'm a student in the EDS program in Instructional Technology at Coastal Carolina University. Well, the focus of my work was to provide basic training on how to successfully use Mastery Connect. If you're not familiar, Mastery Connect is a web-based assessment tool. It allows teachers to track each student's mastery of content standards during the school year. My school district adopted Mastery Connect about 2 years ago, but its use was only required in certain classes, mostly core academic areas. This school year, however, the scope was expanded, and now Fine Arts, which is my content area, has been expanded to be using that tool. So I got the idea for turning this into a field experience back in August. I got an email from one of our administrators, and she asked those of us in the building that she knows to be somewhat tech savvy if we could set up a brief training to show new teachers in our departments how to use Mastery Connect. I said sure, I agreed to help, but I realized quickly that a technology tool that has as much functionality as Mastery Connect needed something more detailed to truly be effective. So it seemed that this would make a logical focus for a field experience. And so I spoke with our lead, which is Mr. Eric Pottiger, and he agreed to continue to supervise this project, and we hit the ground running.
The objectives for this project were learners would be able to successfully use the main features of Mastery Connect, including setting up trackers, importing standards, and conducting assessments. And learners will be able to articulate the purpose of Mastery Connect. One of the first things that I had to do was to teach myself how to better understand the functions of Mastery Connect for my own use. So I started by visiting the Mastery Connect website and reading everything that I could. Probably one of the best decisions I made early in this project was attending a live webinar one evening with one of the creators of Mastery Connect. And he gave a demonstration of all the features that the audience would need to know. That was by far the best resource I found. Here's a short clip so you can get an idea.
Period. What we're really going to look at here is we're going to look at how do we create a tracker, how do we get data in the system, how do we utilize that data to do those things we talked about, personalize and provide interventions for students. And I want to be able to do this as quickly as possible. So this whole process should not be time consuming. I'm going to select, I'm going to create a tracker. This time we're going to do math, James. Use the Common Core. You could use whatever standards you want. I'm going to select 6th grade. And
so from there, it was up to me to develop learning objects that would help my colleagues and I achieve our objectives. This included lots of readings about using the Mastery Connect tool and lots of video tutorials demonstrating how to set up and use Mastery Connect in compliance with district expectations. Overall, I was pleased with how my instructional objects turned out and also with the positive response I got from colleagues. In terms of areas for improvement, I think that the assessment piece was weak in my overall instructional design, and that could certainly be improved. Had I done more with this piece of the design, it likely could have held people a little bit more accountable for ensuring that they were participating with the readings and tutorial videos ahead of our one-on-one session. The other area for improvement for me personally would be having a more in-depth knowledge of the tool before trying to teach it to others. Obviously, that wasn't something I could do much about this time around, other than just kind of keep practicing using it and reading about it so that I could stay ahead of things. And I do know that if I was asked to do this training again later in the year or next school year, I'll be starting out with a much greater understanding of Mastery Connect than I did this time. My key takeaways would be: 1. Good instructional design takes time. Yes, the process is extremely time consuming, but you really can't rush it. You really have to pace yourself, set deadlines, and stick to them to ensure the project stays on track. And my other takeaway would be that patience is key. A lot of things that came up were frustrating because they were outside of my control during this field experience. Issues with things like login problems or missing curriculum maps inside the app were not my doings, but they did require my time to help solve. So I think it's important to keep a good bit of patience when going through an instructional design project, and as always, expect the unexpected. You know, I learned so much. from this experience, and I'm just really thankful to my colleagues for participating along the way, and I look forward to the next one sometime down the road.